Assalamu alaikum to all viewers. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about the electroheological effects. Here you can see the smart fluids. I can scroll it. Here you can see the electroreological fluids and the magnetological fluids. Here you can see the fabrication of electrolytical fluids and its application in haptic feedback. I can zoom it. I can zoom it and you can see the proper detail here. Here you can see the objectives of study determine the ability of electroreological fluid to provide haptic feedback to user to create a device that manipulates ER fluid with applied electrical fields. Measure the response of ER fluid to applied pressure while electric fluid are applied in the significance haptic feedback is the response of a user interface to fluid. The information provided by the system is conveyed to the end user through physical feedback that can be touched. Through many devices today incorporate vibrocate feedback, most cannot be considered full haptic as they lack kinesthetic feedback. This study addresses this by applying ER study ability to adjust its viscosity. Here you can see the more info. I can scroll it. Rheology, a Greek word roio and the flow and the logic study of rheology, study of flow, branch of physics that deals with the deformation and flow of matter, study of the plastic flow of solid, liquid and fluids, addresses the behavior of real material with properties intermediate between those of the ideal solid and the ideal liquid. When subjected to external forces, solid will deform, whereas liquid will flow. This property is rheology, and it uses the viscoelastic property of material. It applies to substances which have a complex microstructure, mud, slug, and the suspension, and the polymer, and other glass formers, manifolds, and additives, bodily fluids, and other biological materials. Here you can see some info. What are electroheological fluid material? Electroheological materials are materials whose rheological properties, flow and deformation behavior in response to stress, are strong functions of the electric field strength imposed upon them. What is the principle? Electrolytical fluid are suspension of extremely fire non-conducting but electrically active particles up to 50 micrometers diameter in an electrically insulating fluid. The apparent viscosity of these fluids changes reversible by an order of up to 1 lakh in response to an electric field. And here you can see rheological fluid example. Many physiological materials and fluid exhibit complicated rheology. Within the eye example include the vitreous humors, the liquid in the tear film, and the body in capillary.